Hello, hope you're well. The first thing I want to say is congratulations. Congratulations, because you've decided to give up some of your valuable time to learn some information about an industry, about a business. So I think that's great. And you should also congratulate yourself, because the person who sent you this values you. Whether you join or not is almost irrelevant, but it's always nice to feel that someone values you. They think you'd be great at what we do, and I think that's a pretty cool thing, right? So my name's Lavelle. I'm 36 years old. I'm from Manchester. I'm a network marketing professional. I've been in the industry 3 years, and I can only be honest with you, it's changed my life. I'll go into that a little bit more later on. And my role now is to help as many other people get the things that I've got. So again, this is just information. I want you to relax. There's no sales or persuasion. I'm just going to give you information over the next 30 minutes. What you do with that information is completely up to you. Some of you will be excited and get ready to start, and some of you, it won't be the right time, and that's fine by me. I just appreciate your time. So I'll take you back a little bit. I was in the military for 15 years. Before that, I was a bit of a lad at school, got expelled, no qualifications, was never going to amount to nothing. So I kind of had to join the military just to put me on the straight and narrow, and whatever happens in the future, I'll always be thankful to that environment, because it gave me structure, discipline and strength, and it turned me from a boy into a man. So I had a great career in the military, traveled the world, some glamorous places, some not so glamorous places, and you know, life was good. It was a single man's life. And then a few years ago, I met a girl. She got pregnant with my daughter, Lacey May Lavelle, and everything changed. I didn't want to be away no more. You know, come home when my daughter was a little bit bigger, was crawling, all that sort of stuff. And if you're a parent, you'll relate to that stuff is not cool. So, you know, I'd already ploughed 15 years into this career. All my adult life, I was a staff sergeant, and I was in the home straight for a lucrative pension. So, you know, it's hard to walk away from that. So I was kind of looking for things. You know, maybe you're like that at the minute. Maybe you're open-minded, looking for something more than you've already got. But it would have to be something special for me to walk away from that career. So April 2013, I stumbled on a post on Facebook. There's lots of them on there these days, right? And someone was just saying, hey, there's a nutritional product. It can help people be healthy. And in the process of doing that, something I was passionate about, because I was a PT in the military, you can earn some money. So I thought, hey, you know, what's the worst what can happen? It's a great mentality to have, a try it mentality. What's the worst that can happen? So I got started. I didn't have any skills. I was just enthusiastic and believed in the product, and that's important. Went out and shared it, and it just went crazy. Within 3 months, I was earning more part-time with this little network marketing business than I was getting full-time in the military. But more importantly than that, I was just inspired. I felt captivated. I was building my own dreams. I felt independent rather than dependent, you know, because working for someone else always felt like that. And I just, honestly, it changed everything for me. It opened up my mind to entrepreneurship, and I just made a decision. I said, hey, I'm going to leave. People in the military thought it was crazy, but vision is the art of seeing something, even if that vision is invisible to others. So that's what I did. Within 7 months, I was top of the company, broke all company records, and it was just an insane period of my life. My life went to the next level on every level, traveled the world, created friendships for life, grown as a person, and was just excited for my future. You know, it took until in my 30s before I found the thing that I knew that I was put here to do, and that's network marketing, which is essentially helping people get what they want. The more people you help, the bigger your check gets, the bigger your experience gets. And that's what happened to me. So I had a great time with the company, spent 2 years there, was a 6-figure residual income earner. But like I said, more than that, I was doing what I want, when I want, with who I want. I had the freedom and flexibility to enjoy my life. And you know, like any relationship, they can come to an end. Sometimes people can grow apart, and the company was going in a direction. I wanted to go in another direction. And, you know, I just didn't love it no more. And I won't stay where I don't love or that I don't feel love. So I had a decision to make. I stumbled on this company I'm going to show you today, and I started to do my research, because it was a big thing to walk away from a hefty 6-figure income. And basically, I seen the brand strategy, the compensation plan, the people behind the mission, the marketing, the support, and I would just have the confidence, and I knew in my heart this was better than anything I'd ever seen. So I stepped away from that company. People couldn't believe it, because a guy who if he walks away from 6 figures to start again at zero, is either stupid or he knows something what's coming, and I know it's the latter. So that's what we did. I stepped away from the previous company, forfeited that income, and started again at the bottom with this company in September 2015, and we've had phenomenal growth. We are the fastest growing group in the world today. And, you know, success leaves clues, and, you know, saying if you want to partner with us today, we know what we're doing. We're teaching others to be successful, and we can teach you to be successful too. So I was going to take you through some slides. Relax, don't worry about social media or any other distractions. That'll be there in 30 minutes. And then by the end, you'll just know, say, hey, this is some good information. I can either proceed forward with it or it's not for me. But either way, like I said, I just appreciate of your time. Okay, let's get into this. Share screen. So the company in question is Ariix, the Opportunity Company, and that'll become more apparent later on why we're the Opportunity Company. Okay, an opportunity is a set of circumstances that makes it possible for an attainment of goal. So where do you want to be in the next 5 years in your life? I would ask yourself that question, and is what you're doing, is the vehicle you've got going to get you there? If it's not, my advice is change it. So what I want to show you today is a vehicle, and maybe by then you'll decide it's a vehicle that can help you to achieve the life you've always wanted. So network marketing is huge, huge business. It, you know, it generates about 180 billion every single year. And, you know, just to put that into perspective, McDonald's generates about 28 billion a year, and you can't walk a mile in the UK without seeing a golden M. So it's huge, huge business. The network marketing industry has created more millionaires than any other industry. So if finances is your thing, then know that you're in the right place. And the list goes on. So Richard Branson, he spoke openly about network marketing, business model. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Tony Robbins, the top life coach in the world. So many successful business people are fans of this industry. So just know that you'll be aligned with lots of successful people if you decide to step into the industry. So for me, there was just some things then. This might not be your experience, but I can only share mine. Just, you know, with a job, it was employed. I was dependent. I got told where to be, what to wear, fixed salary. You know, the pension diminished a little bit. Promotions were limited. And, you know, it was essentially working 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of the money, which usually isn't enough in the first place. But what I've seen with network marketing, it was rather than dependent, it was be independent. You know, it was unlimited income. Of course, that's performance related. I felt security because I was in charge of what I was doing. Promotion, if you achieve a position, you get it. And the big one, the royalty style income, because if you build it that big, it will pay you over and over again. And remember this, a job, you have to turn up every single day. If you don't turn up, you don't get paid. So it means you have to turn up to retirement age. If you want a strategy, if you want a way of retiring early, then you have to create a residual income. And a network marketing business can give you a residual income. So the basic concept that I fell in love with, like I said, a job was turn up, get paid, turn up, get paid, don't turn up, don't get paid. What I've seen with network marketing is if that you could learn about some products and find a business you could be passionate about, you could then teach some other people. If you teach good practice, it duplicates and they pass it on and they pass it on. And then all of a sudden, you could have 1,000 people in your organization. I've got 1,500 people currently, and that's in less than a year. Every time one of those guys sells a product, I get a little override. The company pay me because they know that I've supported these people. It's like a reward. So you have a chance, and a decision is 100% of your effort every day for the rest of your life, or you can earn 1,001%. And I think you'll agree the latter pays a lot more. And it also, forget the money, it also frees up time because you leverage, and eventually you can build a business that big that you get paid whether you're there or not. That's the MLM concept, and that's why so many people have fell in love with it. So the company started on July the 1st, 2011, fastest growing company ever in its first year, and we've had growth each year, and that's important. You know, some people say, hey, my company's been around 30 years, and I say, that's great. What does that mean? Are you the top of the compensation plan? No, that means that your company's well established, but maybe they've had a lot of the growth. Maybe the company's saturated. With Ariix, we're growing on a rapid rate each year, and the next 5 to 10 years are going to be huge. And in the industry, that's where you want to position yourself in a company that isn't huge yet, but is about to be huge. Will you make money? Well, business is simple. If you solve problems, you get paid. And the thing that you're going to learn about Ariix is we're able to solve more problems than any other company because we've got a unique brand strategy. So as I go through some of the brands very quickly, just think, who do you know who want to lose weight? Who do you know who's interested in skincare? And all these sorts of things. And that's what business is. Solve a problem, get paid. And if finances are your thing, just know that entrepreneurs in our company have earned over $100 million in the last 4 years. We are the #1 compensation plan by anyone in the industry. How do we do it? We help people look younger, eat healthier, and live a more active life. So it's a pretty rewarding way to to build a business. Okay, so this is the first thing. If you're from another company, if you're new to network marketing, this is the first thing maybe you should write down or understand that separates us from any other companies. Because there's lots of good companies out there, but this is a great company, and I want to show you why. So a superior brand strategy means that some companies, I could name a company, I could say coffee, you think of Organo Gold, makeup, Unique, I could say, you know, nutrition, Herbalife, whatever it is, there's all these network marketing companies, but the reality of it is that they focus on one area. That's fine. If you in a shopping centre and you have one shop and it hits difficult times, then everyone's going to suffer, i.e. the distributors. But if you was in a shopping centre and you had 6 shops in all different segments of the market, then you now have strength and flexibility. That's what Ariix do differently. So you have strong independent brands that are not attached to each other. So Nutrify is the nutrition range, high-end nutrition, everything from fish oils to superfoods. Again, if nutrition is your thing, you can build with that. If not, then the Slenderize has got its own website, all its own marketing. It's the most advanced weight loss system I've seen on the market. It took 2 years to formulate. Everyone in the industry is doing calories in, calories out, and that's why people aren't getting long-term results. The Slenderize system is a lot more detailed than that. You've got some drops that naturally help suppress the appetite and also speed the metabolism. It comes with a proven plan. It gets results every single time. Purity is air filtration and water filtration, which is huge at the minute. People want to drink clean water and people want to breathe clean air. Revive is kind of shampoos, conditioners. Again, this is all non-toxic stuff. This is high-end stuff, so it doesn't contain any nasties in there, and they're going crazy for this in the salons. And another thing you want to think about with this company is that we've got a business-to-business element. So it's not just, you know, customers and friends and family. There's actually a business element. You've probably seen that, right? It's a lot more professional, and there's that chance to build those business relationships. Prime oils, essential oils, again, so many different oils that have huge benefits. And then Jove, if skincare is your thing, do you know somebody who wants to look younger? Of course you do. That's the society we're in, right? And just know that we've stepped into that market with the #1 product. So we've got basically a product that can make people look younger instantly in 90 seconds. And the difference with that is because there's been some of the things that the market is completely clean. Not only does it have an instant effect, which is very powerful for you to demonstrate, but it has an accumulation effect. And we've got studies that show it's reduced fine lines and wrinkles by up to 63%. People are going crazy for this. And again, you can look at all these different brands and say, hey, what could I be passionate about? And if I join the business, now I've got 6 things to attract different groups of people. So our brand strategy is the first thing that separates us from others in the industry. One to add on that as well, if a brand becomes saturated, we'll phase it out and we'll bring out another brand. So we'll never have to deal with saturation like some companies has. We don't market the company name. Remember, with the Opportunity Company, we market individual brands. You can market one brand or you can market all the brands, whatever you want. We're just letting you know that you have multiple options. Okay, so the product life cycle is most companies grow, they mature, then it declines. You're never going to experience that with Ariix because of all our brands. If one gets saturated, we can replace it or we can refresh it as well. So we don't fall into this product life cycle. Okay, there's our owners. I like to say the cast of friends. No, only joking. These American guys, these are the founders of the company, great people. And what I loved about this is I did my research on these guys. I don't listen to other people. I'm diligent. I take time to understand myself. And from top to bottom, these guys are winners. They've won before in network marketing, and they've come together to create a formidable team. Whether it's Deanna Latson and her phenomenal nutritional products, whether it's Dr. Fred Cooper, who's the industry expert on compensation plans, or Mark Wilson, who's been a president with 2 very successful network marketing companies. All these guys have the strengths, and they come together as a collective, and like I said before, create a formidable team. So you should know if you join us, you are joining a team of very experienced network marketing leaders. The Bill of Rights. Okay, in simple terms, if you've been in the industry and you've seen a compensation plan change and you've seen people be terminated without any due process and all sorts of rules being changed, then my advice to you for free is don't stay with that company. How can you build a future for the next 5, 10, 15 years if the person you're building it can change the rules at any time without even informing you. So what Ariix did, they knew there was a problem with the industry. They created a Bill of Rights. And in short, what that means is that can never happen to an Ariix distributor. You have the right to protection. You have the right to loyalty. You have the right to be consulted. And, you know, if they even wanted to change an element of the compensation plan, it would have to be voted. And if you didn't want that, you could stay on the original compensation plan. So just the reassurance is, if you're stepping into business, you want to step in with someone who's going to put it in writing, because too many companies will tell you that they love you, but in business that doesn't matter. In business, it's about what's in writing, and Ariix will put it in writing. So the compensation plan, again, the #1 in the industry. So if you're looking for finances, know that you're in the right place. There's a couple of different ways you can be paid. I'm just letting you know that the multi-line means that we can build as wide and as deep as you want. Don't worry if you don't understand that. I'm just showing you that image to let you know that there's flexibility with how you can build with the only multi-line in the industry. So you get started with Ariix today, you would start with 2 lines. Just 2 people who you may know. You put Peter at the top of one line, Paul at the top of the other line. You help them to grow. They bring some friends in, and vice versa, and it continues to go down. Then on the pay line, if you see where Paul is, you can see that it can drill down as far as you want. You then get paid 15% of any volume that is generated on that line. So volume can come from reps coming in, or volume can come from any product sold has a points total. The points total are added up. So for example, if all that group there by the end of the week do 10,000 in volume, you'll be paid 15%, which is 1,500. That's just off one line. Now, the exciting thing is with a company is that within the first 28 days, you can increase your lines to 3 or 4 lines, depending on your financial situation and your financial goals. So I love that. You know, again, it's just information. You can build a huge business off 2 lines, but if you want to get a head start and earn more week on week and month on month, just know that you can build with 3 or 4 lines. That's base commissions. Everything that you generate on pay lines, any volume, you are paid 15% of. Okay, I just wanted to take it a step further. So what does 4 lines mean? Let's just say you've got a friend in each line, and then they got a friend, and it duplicated, and you end up with 10 people in that line. Those 10 people, they just sold 200-point products each. So 2 products a week, which isn't much, but it's a good number to start with. That would generate 2,000 volume in each leg. Hopefully that makes sense to you so far. You would then get paid 15% of that each on the pay lines. Remember, it's not showing on leg 1 because that's the power line, which is the company's. The pay lines are yours. The great thing is the company only ever have 1 power line, and you can increase to as many pay lines as you want. So we're on 3 pay lines. You'll see all that total with the 300 on each pay line comes up to 900. We just added a little bit of matching bonus, which is one of the bonuses I'll talk about in a minute. And that is just over £1,000 a week. That is how, with Ariix, you can earn £1,000 a week. There's other ways how to do it, and you might have less in one leg, you might have more in one leg, more customers, but that's just hopefully a simplistic way how you can see that people can generate some serious finances within the company. 50% payout, we're the first in the industry to do that. Auto balancing means that if you don't understand any of this, it's completely fine. The computer system, the algorithm does everything for you. You don't have to worry about it. Power re-entry is an industry first. It means that as well as your initial business, at some point you can re-enter into someone else's business. So there's none of this sideline conflict no more. It means that people can work together. So there's an option of a power re-entry. Amazing concept. Income position bonus, the lines are shown you before. When they optimize, when they hit $2,000, they pay out. I mean, they pay out before that, but they pay out up to $2,000. So people then say to me, oh, is that the end of the pay with the base commissions? No, it's not. Once that line optimizes, the company then give you another line. If that line optimizes, they give you another line. So it's very clever. You can continue to build as wide as you want. I'm up to 8 lines so far, and that's within my first year. So you can see the potential how you can keep growing lines, adding them, optimizing them, then getting another line. For those who optimize lines, at the end of the week on a Friday, there's a pool, if you like, the global market, company sales, and those who optimize lines, they get shares of that. So the more lines you optimize, the more shares you get. So not only are you getting paid in a multitude of ways, but the company are going to share the global market with those who take it to the next level. The next one is a savings bonus. So if anyone's really bad at saving, as you start to build your check with Ariix, once you earn over $250 in any week, the company will then match it. They'll put 15% down, and you'll start to see this little savings bonus roll up. And you have like an option on your back office, and you see it accumulating. And when it hits $10,000, it pays you out. It's pretty cool. Your very own savings plan. Beyond that, once it pays out, it can pay up to $2,000 a month, depending on the size of your business. It pays me $2,000 a month on top of all my other pay, and I use that for my mortgage payment. So it's pretty cool. The savings bonus can be whether it's for a car, whether it's mortgage payments. Once you maximize that, it's a great bonus to have. Okay, this is the big one. This is what separates us from anything else. This one bonus, and we've got 8 bonuses. I haven't got time to go into them all today. This one bonus is literally 2 to 3 times more than my previous compensation plan in total. That's how huge this one bonus is. So anyone you bring into your business, if you decide to get started today, all the friends you've got, and we'll teach you how to connect with people, whatever they do, so they join the business, they're your first generation. The computer recognizes at the end of the week, whatever they earn in base commissions, you get paid 15%. So if your team member comes in and they earn $1,000, you get paid $150 on top of all the other stuff. They bring in people, that's the second generation, you earn 10% of what they do. Third generation, 5%. Fourth, down to 7 generations, so 4, 5, 6, 7, you earn 5% on all them. And that is huge. And that's going back to the analogy before, 1,001%, but it's actually a lot more than 1%. So lots of people doing a little. And like I said, I've got 1,500 people in my team, over 7 generations. Every time one of them sells a product, there you go, I get a percentage of that. And that's how you grow a business. That's how you grow a residual income. Build something that big that you get paid from multiple countries and you get paid from multiple different generations. 50% payout. We're the only one in the industry, like I said, and some of these companies are publicly traded, so they don't hide what they pay, and that's why we can show this. So, for example, for me, stepping in with a network marketing company is a partnership. So it's not, I don't work for a company, I work alongside a company. So if I'm doing a partnership, I want a 50-50 split. If people are on the call and they're happy with 29%, then that's fine by me. But for me, I know I'm the guy who moves the products. I know the guy who brings people in. So I want my share, and that's 50%, and we're the only one to do that in the industry. The reason I've shown these kind of well-respected vocations is because when I was in school, while I was paying attention, these were the kind of jobs that people wanted to be. And the point is that for every salary or every dream, there's a sacrifice, which is a training period. A nurse, 2 to 4 years, you can earn 26 grand. A doctor, every kid or every parent wants a kid to be a doctor, 10 years at medical school. Then you'll spend the next 10 years paying off your medical fees, and you can start to command 70K a year. Great job, but I'm just letting you know, for every dream, there's a sacrifice. And that takes us on to the next slide. This is our average earnings report. Now, you must understand this is regulated. I haven't just put this together to try and impress people. This is what we pay as a company on average at each position. So I can just take you to vice president, you say in part-time representatives, and I've got guys who've gone to vice president in 90 days, 120 days. That's not a guarantee that everyone will. I'm just letting you know that some people, they have gone to that position in quick time. That is $48,000 a year, which is about 35K UK sterling. Now, if you look before, the average nurse took 4 years to qualify, and then after 4 years, they can start commanding 26K. So you start to understand the power of our compensation plan. Officer is a full-time position. I've got over 13 officers. Vice president, I've got about 30 vice presidents in the organization. So you can start to see there's lots of people winning. And again, we're looking for the next wave of people who want to be at those positions. The final one I want to cast your eye on is senior officer. So you'll see that the average earnings for a senior officer is $226,000. Now, for me, this isn't get rich quick. This is get rich steady. This is build a business. So if you could have a 2 to 3 year plan to get to senior officer, we would help you to do that. We've got strategies in place. And I'm asking a question now is basically 160K a year, because that's what it is about, UK sterling. Is your job is your opportunity right now? Is it going to pay you 160K a year residual income? And if the answer is no, that's fine. I'm just letting you know that there's a vehicle here, there's an opportunity that might be able to bridge that gap for you. I'm a chairperson level 4. It's not on there. It just shows chairperson. The average chairperson earns $900,000 a year. And, you know, for me, that's humbling. I'm the guy, like I said before, who got expelled from school, left with no qualifications. And I knew that I had something I was willing to work hard, but I just didn't know what. And I'm fortunate that I found the industry for me, and that I've been able to create the dream life, really. And dream life's not money, by the way. The money's just the enabler. You know, a lack of money is a passport to misery. But, you know, there's more to life than money. So my thing is solve the money problem, then live your life on a higher level. And that's spending time with the people you love, growing into a better person, and all the other things. So there, if you look at that comp plan now, what sort of income, you know, would do for you? Is it 500 a month? Is it 5,000 a month? And again, it's all performance related, but you should just be reassured that we have people at every position who are there, and we can teach you how to do the same. So why have people made the transition? Products, phenomenal, high-end products, just know that. And, you know, some people say to me, oh, I think I've seen something similar, cheaper somewhere else. And I'm like, this is not the pound shop. you get what you pay for. You know, a woman buys a Louis Vuitton bag, she could go to Primark and buy a bag. She doesn't, because she knows she's paying for quality. And that's the same with our products. High-end products that customers love and stay on. Brand strategy, no one else in the industry's got one like ours. It keeps us relevant. It gives us strength and flexibility. The Bill of Rights is protection for you. If you're going to build a business anywhere, you want to be reassured that someone isn't going to pull the rug from underneath you. Compensation plan, in simple terms, we pay way more than anyone else. Timing, just ask Blockbuster Video that timing is imperative in business. If you don't evolve, you evaporate, and there is no better time than with this company right now for you to position yourself. Training and support is important. I see so many people in the industry who've got ability, but they don't have the right mentorship. And, you know, we have that. We have the School of Success, that's me there, and we've created an online platform. It's videos to teach you step by step how to build this business. So not only that, when you bring someone in, we understand that you're still finding your feet. We have videos to teach them as well. So just know that you're stepping into an environment of success where people are willing to share all the skills that they've learned with you. Okay, so in closing, you know, the average business in the UK costs £90,000 UK sterling. Most fail within the first couple of years. So it's a conundrum, because we know that business is the way to get ahead in life, but it costs so much money and it's so risky. So that's why people are turning to network marketing companies. That's why people are turning to the Opportunity Company, because you can get started today with £199, and that will get you about £150 worth of products, high-end products, so you can have a product experience. It'll get you a business. Now, a business that can generate you more finances than any other company in the industry, week on week, month on month. So think of the value of that business. It's an income-generating machine. Now, it doesn't generate your income for nothing, of course. You have to do something, but just know that you've got the power of a business with that 199. Mentorship, I pay lots of money. I pay 5 figures a month to some of the top performance coaches in the world. I'm in a position to do that financially. What that means is that all the knowledge I get, I can pass on to you guys for free, because you'll have my mentorship, online supportive trainings every single week. The success blueprint, you know, what sort of price would you put on that? Someone who's been successful, a group who've been successful, who are going to teach you the strategies and systems that have enabled them to create the dream life they want. So all you have to do is have the confidence to partner with us, trust the process a little bit, and say, hey, what's the worst what can happen? You know, I always say to people, if in 5 years' time, would you think back and think, oh, wow, I wasted £199. You wouldn't, would you? You know, the worst that can happen in this business is you get healthy with some amazing products, you get mentored, you learn some business skills, there's a social element, you grow as a person, and that's it. And the best case is all that what I've just said, and then you make lots of money as well. So hopefully you'll agree that $199 to get started in a business like Ariix is huge value for money. And it's about a mentality, because I used to be that poor person, not poor in finances, but poor in mentality, where I used to buy liabilities, things that evaporated, things that didn't matter. And I was trying to portray that I was successful in my younger days. And what I learned is my mentor taught me that rich people, not rich in money, but rich in mindset, they buy assets. They buy things that generate them more money. They buy things that can create them the future what they want. So I'm saying to you today, you have a chance to buy an asset, a business that can generate anything you want. And you can do that, and you can make a decision. So for me, why I do this, the background is the desire at the beginning to change my circumstances was essentially because I wanted to spend more time with my daughter. And the last 3 years or so, I've done that. We've traveled the world. Our relationship is better than ever because Dad is home, and that's what's important, right? And beyond that, she's had some amazing experiences, and I'm humbled by what the industry has given me, and I'm thankful, and I want to pass that on to as many other people. And the picture at the bottom is a house I've just purchased, and you know, it's a dream home for me. I'm not getting the violins out, I'm just giving you the facts about my background. You know, we lived in council houses. We never owned a house. You know, we moved every 2 years. In fact, I think my mum wasn't paying the catalogue. We had to move quite a lot. But the point I'm making is I'm now in a position where I can purchase that house, and my daughter never has to know how my upbringing was, because we've changed our family blueprint, and that's down to this company. Now, I'm not saying everyone's going to be in a position to buy a house, but I'm saying everyone can have that, but it's dependent on the individual. It starts with a decision to try, and then beyond that, you know, a determination to succeed. And I'm not, you know, the only person who's had success with this business. There's multiple others as well, but I just wanted to share a little bit with you. And you know, I'm excited for the future, and I know Lacey May is as well. So I'm just going to stop share. I'm just going to thank you for coming on the call. The way this works is 3 types of people. Some it's not for you. You've got other things going on in your life, and that's fine. You know, I appreciate your time. Go back to the person and just say, look, it's not for me right now, but maybe keep in touch with them and find out how we're doing, because in the future, the time might be right. For other people, you'll be there and you're excited, but you need some questions answering, and that's fine. I've only got 30 minutes, so I can't cover everything. I'm just trying to give you a flavour of the business. So go back to that person and get questions answered. And then there's people who are ready. You've already decided, you made a conscious decision. Hey, this is for me. I'm going to get started. And I would like to congratulate you guys and welcome you to a phenomenal future. For everyone else, I just kind of want to leave you with this thought, is that in 5 years' time, you are going to arrive at a destination. It's either going to be a well-planned destination that you work towards, or an unplanned destination. You don't want to arrive at an unplanned destination. So think, is what you're doing now going to give you the life you want? If the answer's no, then maybe it's time to open up your mind and look at something else. I hope you got value from this call. My name's James Lavelle. Like I said, feel free to follow me on social media, drop me a message, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys soon. Thank you.